Okay, guys, we're plugging right along here with our Home for the Holidays loaded pocket. Now, there's still some things I want to do on the outside and things like that. If I use anything today that I have links for, I'll link them in the description box. So there'll be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission for your purchase items to those links. I know lots of you guys like the little tiny gingerbread dies I had used. So I linked them in the last video. I'll link them in this one again and things like that. So we'll see. So today, I really, really love making bows, but at the same time, I really like making rosettes. I don't know if I'm going to end up with a mix of the two of them or just rosettes, I think, this time, since I did just bows last time. But you can always reference the last video just for techniques, Obviously, you want the Home for the Holidays theme, but yeah. So there's a few things I want to create. So yesterday I was working on all these different things, so I have all the stuff done for those guys. I have my cards. I just had to put our little gingerbreads on there and then add my wax seal like I showed yesterday, and I have those things going. So today I'll do my rosettes. I already had in mind what I was going to do. Oh, my die cuts, which is very easy, just whatever you want to die cut. I have a whole bunch of sentiments I was thinking about doing. I have some layered things I want to do, but for this video, just so I can get it done, I'll probably just do the die cuts, the ones that, like the words, and you need 5 die cuts, and that can be anything. I mean, it can be 5 small words, it can be 10. Whatever fits in here that works for your swap is fine. I do want to do some layered die cuts, though, with like little gingerbread men and like that bell you might have seen in one of my other Cricut video, or in the video when I was working on Cricut, I had like a little bell. Oh, when I cut this lady out. I also want to include her. So like there's a bunch of dies that I want to include, but to get the video going, to wrap it up, again, I'm showing like some basic stuff, right? So it'll look different when I actually do the reveals. So we did our 5 die cuts, my 3 rosettes, we did the treat, we did the shaker mix, I did a recipe card or a tag. Again, the tag also has to have at least 2 or 3, I would say 3 or more embellishments on it, meaning the tag base itself, maybe some texture, maybe some layered paper or whatever, and the texture, or however you want to do it with so maybe some cute die cuts on there, or a sentiment, whatever it is you're going to do, but pearls, rhinestones, but add more than just a tag that was embossed or something, like run through an embossing folder. The ornament is going to do its own video, and in that video I'll also wrap up everything, add some different little items, and then we need a paper clip, a dangle, a rosette, something else to decorate with. I don't really 100% know what I want for that yet, because I love making dangles, but at the same time, so I'm going to make a rosette. We'll see. For sure I'm going to make paper clips, so all those things will be there. But for my rosettes, I want, I think I'm going to use these little guys if I can, if they're not too big. If they are too big, then I'll just cut out my own things on Cricut. But I want my rosettes with a cute background. And then I have this stuff you guys remember I recently got at the dollar store, and I think this would be really cute. And it actually has wire in it, so that works really well for lots of different reasons. I might even make some paper clips with this just to add some little puff here and there. Depends on, I don't know. But if I put this behind my little guy on the rosette, that'd be really cute. And then, of course, the rosette itself. But I might trim this down if I do that, or make it so it's smaller, because it does hang out quite a bit. And then the rosettes themselves. But I also want to put like a little word, like a little sentiment. I was going to go through my spellbinders things, but I thought, you know what? I'll just type something up on Cricut, since it did pretty well for this. So I'm probably just going to print out or type out the words like joy and things like that, and just make like a little chevron tag or something, and then stick those on the top. We'll see about that part. Oh, I did cut some icing. I don't know if you see, I put the little icing back there just to bring the gingerbread feel back. I just did it on the top. I could, put it on all the layers, but I just did it on top with that Martha Stewart Goo Punch. And what's funny is the stuff that I left behind actually looks really cool too. I'm like, hey, this looks cooler than even maybe the goo itself. Like, look how thick that looks, like if it was icing here and there. Aw, but oh well. Okay. So what I'm going to do is actually do voiceover. We'll go to the Cricut so I can show you a couple things that I was thinking about doing, and then I'll get those cut, and then we'll go from there. Okay. So I hope you guys are having fun. Is anyone doing like a reindeer, snowman theme? I was like, oh my gosh, I love reindeer. I love all that kind of thing. It still kind of coordinates back to what I'm having here with the brown and for like the gingerbread, but I guess we can talk about that real quick right now. Somebody had asked me if they use pom-pom, it's going to be too thick, and I had just put out the video where they use pom-pom, and I'm like, well, you saw me use it, it's fine, right? I guess it depends on the pom-poms. Like, these are from the Dollar Tree. They're not super huge. I don't know that it's going to bother anything if you were to even go with the ones that are a little bit bigger. I don't see why it would. All I'm trying to say is for this and the rules, and I'm going to be a huge stickler, and I think now what I'm probably going to do is actually, I don't like to open swabs before I reveal them because I want to be surprised as you are. But if I notice that there is like some other item stuck to the outside, an extra thing, some scissors, or like, I don't know what people want to give, something else on the outside of the packaging aside from just your decoration, I am going to not even show it. I'm just going to return it, guys. I think that's the best thing. Not the best. I don't want to do that, but I feel like people still don't really follow the rules because they're like, she's going to show it anyway, and she's still going to swap it out possibly, And I don't think that's fair, guys, because everybody does their best to follow the rules, to stay within the parameters, and then some people just like go completely insane with what they add and everything, which is really, I know we all want to be generous, but do not do that. Just your decoration, and decoration has to be relatively flat. I mean, we talked about that already. I'm going to put a big something on the back here, so we'll do that, but it's going to be die cut. And everything has to fit inside, everything. Whatever you're giving, if it's, and if you're using a dangle, it can't, be this huge thing that's going to take up the next part of someone's area, right, in the envelope or the box when I send it back to the swap out, right? So just be mindful. That's all I'm asking, because like if the dangle is here, I would assume it's going to kind of fall inside more than if it has like a spoon attached to it or like some other weird stuff, right? So not for this one, guys. Again, always just make sure everything that you're giving is contained in this area and that it's not bulging completely, okay? So if it is, make different choices. That's all I can say. I know we want to include everything, or we have an idea, and it's like if it doesn't work, don't use it, But okay, I'm just really impressing upon you guys. Please follow the rules. And I know I have some people that had dropped it. I'm like, I wonder if they dropped, because I'm like, okay, guys, but it's not hard. Just don't make it any bigger than this, right? The measurement I gave. So. I did have a question, and I did mention in the video when I did the matte layers, because that's when I did the matte layers, and then I sealed it up. I used the Velcro. If they can make this longer or however, and I had mentioned, yeah, whatever makes it work. Like if you have a ribbon closure, you're probably going to want these to pretty much meet up, right? So you can have a ribbon ending. I mean, that would be the best look. Unless you bring your ribbon around here and stop it here, and then the other ribbon's coming off of here. Or if you have a snap closure, maybe you need a little more clearance. If you need to add some length to this, yeah, go ahead. Just do it when you go to measure, this flap part, make it a little bit longer. I don't mind that. I just don't want it to be a whole different contraption. It needs to be like this or without a flap, okay? But don't make up your own pocket. It needs to be this pocket, okay? But yeah, you can definitely extend this if you need it. I mean, it would be really cute if I extended all the way down to the bottom. I just thought it was cute to have it like this too. So if you want this all the way down to the bottom, I don't mind. Just as long as, we're talking about the thickness. It's 1¼ inch thick, right now, because this part. So if you're adding some decoration, maybe it's going to be 1½ inches thick or something, but let's not get 2 inches too wild. It's just going to get crammed in there and smashed. Okay, let's go to my computer. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm already in my Cricut design space, and basically I'm going to start with this, just to open up a file. So I'm going to open this guy. And I'm going to say customize. If you just click make it, it'll just make it. So I'm still going to do some stuff with it. Project already exists on the canvas. Replace it. Yeah. So let's just replace. Okay. And so this guy, I worked with this guy yesterday, but I want to do some different things here. So let's see here. Okay. What I want to do is not that. I want to grab this little face. I'm going to pop this right here because that's the placement that supposedly looks good. This gingerbread man, I played with it yesterday, if you guys recall. And then for this part, I'm going to include a big die cut on the back of my box, and I think it's going to be this one. I kind of was thinking about using pattern paper, but it's okay. So let's have this guy. But I want the eyeballs and those features to be sliced into this guy. So what I'm going to do is, without moving this, I'm going to get rid of some contours though. So I just clicked on the gingerbread man. He has contours, little lines too where his face was. So I'm going to unclick that. I'm going to click that. I'm going to click that. Meaning I don't want his little mouth cuts or his eyeball cuts, and they're separate for some reason. So there. Okay. So I come back. He's not going to have those anymore. And what I want to do is highlight this, and see I didn't move him, so I still know that the face is in the right spot. And I'm going to slice. And if that worked out, it's going to take his eyeballs away, like that space. See? So now it's cut out. And that's all I wanted because I want to bring it over here and just let the background show. And that's just one less step I have to do later is add the face on. So I'm just going to highlight that stuff and delete it. I don't need it. And no, let's bring his little buttons back. Oh, no. Well, what's funny is it took away his contours anyway, which I didn't know it was going to do that. So that's fine. I'm going to bring to front his buttons. So I don't care about the buttons so much right now. I just wanted to put them there. Because now I'm going to highlight all three of these things and I'm going to click group over here because I want to make him bigger and I want everything to be bigger at the same time. If you start ungrouping and moving things around, it's just going to be craziness. So our background thing is 5 by 7 and let's see, this is almost 5 by almost 6. Let's just make sure of that. I just want a really big guy that's going to be sitting on the back. Yeah, it's almost 6 and almost 5. I guess that's good. Okay. So just for a different project, I just wanted to take care of it right now. And then I said I wanted to make little like tag like words for my rosettes. So I'm going to click on text. And let's just say I want the word joy. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to type it right now. Joy with a period. Okay. I also want this font to be something different. So right now it's on Cricut Cake Basics, which is cute. But it's already on a writing style, but we'll change that in just a minute. So I'm going to change my font. I'm going to unclick Kerned. I'm going to click on filters that I want writing fonts. So I don't want to see all my fonts. I want to see the ones that have a writing option. You can write all of them, to be honest, but it's just going to be like an empty outline if it's not a line type. And then purchases, because I only want to see the ones I bought. And I think, actually, was that the one I wanted to use? So that might be the one I wanted to use, Cake Basics. Let me see what other ones I have. You know what? I think I do want to use that one. But you can change it up. I just want it to look like typesetting, so I think that's a good one. Okay, well, let's just use that one anyway. So, okay, we're good. I don't know why it was already set to that one. Maybe it was the last one I played with. Okay, and then I want the font to be like maybe 14, like the smallest font. Okay, and now I'm going to duplicate that. Where do I duplicate? Because I don't want to keep having to, where is my duplicate? Oh my gosh, where did it put it? Let's see. Oh, I put it way up here. I'm like, where did this thing put it? Okay. Oh, come on. Hold on. I'm going to grab that and move it. Why would it pop it somewhere like that? Ugh. Okay, and I don't want the word joy. I want, like Mary. I don't know. With a period. I just think that's cute. Okay, so we have that one. And then let's go ahead and duplicate that one too. And did it put it over here? Put it somewhere weird. Okay, let's just grab it. I don't want to. Oh, come on, Mary. Let's move this guy out of the way. Okay. And then I want the word joy, Mary. About fa la la. I don't know. Why not? Okay. And I want to move these. I don't want this here. I don't want it there. Okay. And then now I'm going to look for a tag shape. So we can make our own, but I don't want shapes. I want images. And I'm just going to look for, not a tag, but banner maybe is the word I'm looking for. Let's see. I'm going to look for purchases because I always like to see the ones I have. And I'm not trying like this kind of thing. Yes, perfect. Oh yeah, like this. Or even this is cuter, huh? Let's go with that. We can go with both of them, I guess. Let's do that. Add to canvas. And what I'm going to do is make these a lot smaller. So just separate those guys. And the width of this one, let's say 1 inch wide. I don't know if that's enough to cover one of my little words, but we'll see. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so in this one, I'm just going to make it smaller just so I can handle it better. Let's say 1.5. So we can also mess with these in a way that's not exactly what they are. No. Okay, I do not want that like that. undo. Okay, let's do that, but I want to bring to front. Bring to front, right click, bring to front, right click, bring to front, right click. Okay. Oh my goodness, actually that is almost like perfect. Okay, that's tough. I don't want it right on the edges, right? Maybe a little bit bigger. How about like that? Oh my gosh, that is so cute. Okay, and then I'm going to duplicate this one. Just the little tag because I need it again. No. Buddy, come on. I need it for this one. Did I not say to bring to front? Ugh, come on, people. Okay. There we go. Okay, that's cute. And I stretch it just a little more. So Mary's a little different because it has the bottom, that Y part. So I'm just trying to make it work. And if you want them centered, you can just highlight both things like this and then click a line up here and then just say center. And I did a pretty good job. I mean, that's a little better. What they did is a little better. So on this one too, I'll highlight it and I'll click center. And instead of boring you guys, I'll do the same thing with this one. So I'll move Joy up here and do all that. Actually, I might switch out these words. I might put Mary over there and Joy over here because it's a longer word. I don't know. Okay, I'll be back. I hope everything's good. So, okay, so just to make sure, I switched those out just because I like the way the Mary looks better in here. So I'm going to highlight these and I'm just going to make sure I had it centered. Okay, and then I'm going to attach them because we want those together. If you just left them and then go to make it, it's just going to like want to print out words and then do cuts. So they won't be together. So now when I click make it, I'm going to make this guy from the back of my folder or pocket, which I know I probably should have done before, and it's probably one of the finishing touches, but these are one of the last things I'm going to do on the Cricut, so that's why I'm just going to do it now. And I'm going to click make it and go through all that. So again, I'll probably, if I use the Joy, which I don't think I will because this guy's too big, if I were to do the Joy, it'll tell you like, okay, put your pen in. Okay, now cut. You know, put your blade in. And for my Explorer machine, I'm just going to go ahead and put a black pen in already and let it cut and do its thing. And I don't have to do anything about that. It's just, switch out the paper. I'm going to say 4 copies though, so I can get this all done at once right now. Okay, I'll be right back. Oh my gosh, you guys, these are so cute. They're actually a little bigger than I would want. So what I'm going to do is actually just include these in my swap as part of the die cuts. But I'm going to make them a little bit smaller. So I'm just going to size them all down, just pulling them, and the font will change and everything since they're attached. So I'm just going to make them a little bit smaller for the purposes of my rosettes. But how cute are those? Okay. Oh my goodness, you guys. Whenever I do swap stuff, my counter is just like ridiculous. My table. My husband came in here and said, "You can't even walk in here." I'm like, "Yeah, don't walk in here." That's how easy as that is. Okay, so again, I have to finish these guys up. I just cut these guys. I just layered them together since I was cutting other things and I didn't want to waste time waiting for things to cut. And then, I'm going to stick these on the back just to be cute. I forgot I was going to write my name on that part, but I'll do it somewhere else. And I think I'm actually going to matte layer this back piece because it looks so plain, just the color and then these little guys. So I'll cut something down that's a little bit smaller than 5x7. Again, the same matte layers I did before. I have these little centers, and then I have these guys. Well, obviously I cut them out of the same red paper, but I made a bow. I think it's from the Anna Griffin file. I don't know. One of the Anna Griffin files, which is, I think, free with access now, so you probably have it if you have signed up for Cricut stuff. But for right now, we have our little dots that I did not, when I welded it, or sliced, it did not preserve my little dots, so I'm just going to kind of make up where those should go. Like right here, maybe. Another one like right down here. And I just realized this die cut doesn't have icing. That's okay. Okay, and then there's this bow, and it's weird, right? So let's take this off. And all I did to size it, because who knows what this is going to look like when it's folded, is I brought the little center, like, close to her head or whatever, and I was like, that looks like it'll be about right, so we'll see. So with this guy, all you're gonna do is with Cricut, like I don't know if I should bring it this way or the other way, but you know what's the cut side and what's the not cut side, but anyway, it's just like that. That's literally it. And then we're going to put that gold center on top of this metal part. And so I'm just going to hold it, I guess. I haven't fired up my glue gun yet. I like to do that all at once. Well, I did fire it up for the first case, but since then. And then I'm going to end up flattening this out because obviously, like I said, we don't want a lot of bulk. But how cute is that? It's a very cute little bow. Now, that's what I'm saying. It you know, it looks like to me it goes from this side. And then this piece goes on top, so I'm just going to stick that down right now. Then I'm holding this. And, oh my goodness. And I just wanted her to be a little more girly, that's all. That's all I was looking for. So I think I'll have to stick it like down here. Because we want to make sure we have room for her on the back and not have things sticking out of her. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me cut down a matte layer and I'll be right back. How cute is that? Okay. And again, this all adds to the sturdiness and the feel, and you know, I mean, a plain piece of paper with some embossing, that would be lovely too. Just something else, you know. Again, we're looking for extra. We're not looking for extra fat. We're not looking for extra things aside from the pocket. Please don't include any extra items that just are extraneous that you just wanted to give out in this one, guys. Or pretty much in any of my swaps. I'm already asking for quite a bit, and that's what it is. But we don't need anything else that's going to impede or hurt somebody else's swap entry, you know. I'm just going to glue this down plain, but because again, I don't want to add too much bulk. Let's see if I can give them a little something like that. Oh yeah, okay. And then this little cutie. Oh my gosh. That is so cute. Of course, I leave a little bit dimensional. It's going to end up flattening out by the time I put it in the package and all that. And I'll do the same thing with all of them. And I'll be back and we'll work on our rosettes. So, let's see. I just grabbed some paper from the Santa's Kitchen paper pack. I'm probably going to use this die, the one from Tonic. I love that little scallop edge for my rosettes. Of course, you can make them by hand, and to be honest, I don't need the whole thing. You know, I want to make these kind of on a smaller side, so what I think I'm going to do is, let's see how deep that would be. And I think for each one I need 1.5, maybe 2 of these guys, but yeah, that leaves about 1. Oh, what am I doing? I was gonna say that's, yeah, like a 1-inch strip. I think what I'm going to do is pre-cut these papers to like 1.25 and just leave this on the very edge and cut them that way so I don't waste the paper and, you know. So let me cut these down to 1.25 and I'll show you what I'm doing. I'll use different papers as I go along. I just didn't know how much I needed, so I grabbed both of those. But yeah, so I'm just going to take this, and it does cut the edges off. So I'm just going to put it right along the edge and right along this edge. So hopefully they're the same every time. You can kind of tell like what's going on down here. I don't care about this because I don't need that piece. I just want a little bit of this. And even that 1 inch might be a little bit too thick. I just need to start somewhere. So I'm going to put it there. What I mean is too wide for my purposes. I didn't want them to be huge, you know. But we'll see. Okay, so we have that. And if I need to cut it off, I'll just cut off the back. You know, this other side here. So I'll try to put tape as well as I can. I'm going to go ahead and run that through the marquee just because it's a little guy anyway. And then I'll just keep running them through. And I'll need, like I said, I think I'm going to use like 1.5 of these for each rosette that I want. So I need to cut this out 6 times basically. But I'll be right back. Wait, 4... Yeah, 6 times. Okay, I'll be back. On this 12-inch piece of paper on this bottom, I'm going to keep the tab, which I probably don't have to, but I'm going to keep the tab end and then just let this other end run off the side. And then I'll trim it down to something that looks nice, you know. Okay, I'll keep working. Total mess. And I was doing all of them for every one. I'm like, oh, I'm wasting time because all I need to do is the ones for this video, you know. We have a few pieces here, and again, I think 1.5 of these will make a good size. We'll see. Let me start. by just scoring these on the lines. And again, I don't really take the time to like bone fold, but if you want to, go ahead. This paper is a little bit thinner than like cardstock quality, you know. Again, I said I'd probably do 1.5, but a 12-inch strip really worked out well because it already left some missing, you know. So I'll leave this piece here because I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do that. And this is the complete one. And they want you to glue it like this, basically. If you glue it in here, it's not going to look great. So if that was there, then that means this one needs to go up. So up, down. And that's what I'll do until I get to the end of this guy. I already fired up my hot glue gun. The other day I had done this project for Miranda's class, and I had a ton of circles and hearts left over when I did the Day of the Dead things. So I have all these little hearts, and I thought, you know what, these might work out for the back of my rosettes. We'll see. It might be too big, because like I said, I don't want these to be huge. And these are already like 1 inch, so that means, you know, it's going to be this big, basically. Right? So what I'm going to do, actually, before I continue doing this, is I'm going to trim off a little bit of this. That's not great. I would have done it first, but I wanted to see kind of where we were at. So what I'm going to do is trim these off. Let's say at about, I don't know. Actually, I'm not going to do them together. That's a little too gangly. And this is kind of what I was telling you guys before, whenever I had mentioned, like, if you go to do like a 2-inch strip and you do all your lines, right? Your, what's it called? Let me see where this is at 1 inch. A little bit smaller than that even. Be better for me. When you do your scoring, like, don't crimp them and then cut it. I would do the scoring, cut it in half, and then do the crimping. So that's a little bit smaller than 1 inch. I think that's good. We'll see. I'll do the ones when they're flat before I start doing this. So again, I was just eyeballing because I didn't really know what I was going to do or how to start that one. A little bit smaller than 1 inch. So now I know, next time with these guys, I'll just cut them off the same. Okay, let me finish crimping this guy up and down since I've already started. All I have to do is just do it again. And I'll be right back. I guess I should crimp this guy back up. Again, he was already... okay, so before I do anything with this end part, what I'm going to do is glue these guys together. And since I cut these separately, what I'm going to do is just eyeball that these are the same height. I don't care about this center part. If that's off a little bit, that's fine. But I'm going to glue these two together so that they're the same-ish, right? A little bit higher. There we go. Oh, not too bad, actually. But I was aiming to make sure the top part is the same height. And then when I come around to glue these guys together... Oh, cool. I can just cut this piece off. Since I'm just kind of eyeballing this, I wasn't sure where. And so that, again, was from a 12-inch strip, and I think that'll work. And then we'll squish it in half, so that's fine. So this guy right here. Again, when I put these guys together, I want to make sure this little top part is matching up. And up here. But those are about the same. Looks good. I'm gonna let that set up a little bit before we really, you know, squish it and all that. So I'm gonna let that set up. These other ones, but let's see here. Probably for the sake of time, I will not finish and package them today, but whenever we go to finish out everything, what I'm saying is I'll do these off camera after I show you how I do the one, and then that way I can upload the video. Okay, so we have this little guy, and again, I usually do it by hand first, like in my hands, you saw that, and then now I'll squish them together. Yes, perfect. Okay, so I'll use the black circle because they're going to be way in the back. You're not going to see it anyway. Okay, perfect. Okay, hopefully you can kind of see what I'm doing. There's that guy. Let's get this extra glue off of here. Ooh, I'm going to have to fill up my glue gun again. So let's take that, and then we'll take this, and I'll just kind of get around the circle and start squishing in. And as I do that, I just bring it right to the center. If there's any that I think need to fan out more because it'll probably look better, I'll do that. I'm kind of looking at them to see how the fanning is looking. Do you see, you know what I'm saying? Like, try to split the difference all around. And as tight as you want in the center. So I'm just going to hold that down. So I'm holding it, we can kind of have an idea. I did bring this little guy out because what I think I'm going to do is on top of this. That's staying pretty good. Let's just put something on it. I want some gold paper. Where did I put it? I just found a piece of paper that would work for me. I'm like, okay, I'll use that scrap. Here it is. Just use that guy. I don't really need all this doodads, but that's fine. Where does this go? Oh, yeah. Again, the little notches are there for us, and I'm like, where does this go? And then, you know, it lines up. There we go. And this moved on me, so let's not do that. Let's take that off again. That looks good. Okay. We can make this bigger if you want it to show up more, but I think that's cute. Okay. Oh, hopefully we don't get too much heat on that. I know sometimes the heat will make that paper react. So I'm going to hold that down. And then I was hoping to put these on here, but I don't know if they're too big or... You know, it's funny, this one I'm like, why is this one so burned? And it's all skinny, look. I guess it came off, which actually I like, but it came away from one of these other ones or somewhere. You know, it's just like a little thin guy. Ooh, look at, he broke. Okay. Also, I'm just not good at coloring these, so that's kind of why I just want to keep it like that. And then I have this stuff. I think for some of them I'll use the red. Again, the smallest amount. Oh, actually it has wire, but it also comes apart if you want it to. So let me just take a piece of this and see what happens. Ooh. Okay, hold on. I don't really know what I want to do with this, or if I'm even going to use it, but let's trim off some of this because it's a little bit too long. Oh yeah, but maybe less of this stuff. Or I can manipulate it other ways too, I guess. Oh, this is interesting. It has like, I don't know, it's like cut open here. Weird. I guess that makes it fluff out more maybe. Right? Or something. Not that piece. Let's see. Again, I'm just kind of messing around. I don't really know what I'm going for. That was there, and this little guy is here. It just adds a little more something. But I need to be careful with this. Okay. Let's just put that all on there right now and see what that looks like. So cute. Again, I can kind of manipulate that and play with that a little bit. Oh my goodness. That's really fun. Okay, and then I can trim that up a little bit more if I want to. Okay, and then I went ahead and cut out a ton of these more because I really like them, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to keep these for me to have. But let's see. Oh yeah. And so they'll all be similar, but they're going to have different papers in the background. And same little guy. Oh my goodness. Look how thick that is. So cute. Okay. And that is one of my rosettes, and I'm going to do the others basically the same, okay guys, but not right now. And then we'll mount these. Actually, I'll show you how I'll mount them. So let me grab a piece of paper. I want to see how big this is, about 2 inches. That's exactly what I wanted. I wanted like 2 inches or a little bit smaller. So perfect. But I'll be right back. It would be to mount on something like this. This paper is from, I think, Hobby Lobby from last year, but since I have a candy bar, I can't put the candy bar and these guys, it won't fit, you know what I'm saying? So I'm still going to do a strip, but this would have been really cute. Okay. You can package them and mount them however you think looks cute, whatever works. I would like them to be on something though. I don't remember if last time some were just loose. It's just, you know, you want to protect them, so just take care with them. So I just cut a piece of paper, like 2¼ by 7. I was gonna make it into like a tag shape, or you can cut something in your Cricut or die cut, whatever. But I'm gonna keep it very simple. Sorry about that. So for me, for this one, I showed last time to put like a little foam, maybe a little hot glue, just to hold it on for a little while, because obviously you want your swap partner to use them. But I had just recently picked these up at the Dollar Tree, and I was curious of them, and also just needs a little something, you know. So let me see how sticky these are, and maybe, you know what I'm gonna do. I was gonna cut it in half, but I think they're okay. I don't think it'll hurt anything. Or what I can do is stick this here. Okay. And then I'll put some hot glue on here to actually hold it down. That'll be good, because that way the person peels it off, it's ready to go. Very good. So I'll put these on here in a cute way, and then the second and the third one. And that's how I would mount mine. I don't have sleeves that are this size, but I do have those 5 by 7 sleeves that I like to use for swaps. Let's say I always keep them nearby. So this guy, all I did last time was I still popped them in here, and then I just tucked the excess towards the back, you know. So once this is all filled in, everything's in there, I can either cut off the top, put it back like this. Now this is already 7 inches tall, so it is exactly the height to go in to, actually it's a little bit shorter than 7 inches, but anyway, to go inside my pocket, okay? So again, you always want to remember that. Think about what that looks like, sizing, and all that. So let me bring this over. What did we do today? Oh, I did other decorations aside from what I was supposed to. I'm like, what did I do today? But these are going to fit in here perfectly once it's all set up and everything, so that will be in there. And then I have my candy bar thing. This guy, we're going to decorate that later. And then die cuts. So I'm just going to, again, 3 of them if you want to do a mix and match of bows. The bows need to be die cut. They can't just be like yarn that we're tied around or like ribbon. It has to be a die cut bow. And I do keep a selection of them in the description box, like from Amazon. But I really like the Crafter's Companion set. I believe it's still available on HSN. That one has like little hollies and cute things. Anyway, let me just run some die cuts. Just something quick so I can wrap up the video and show you like this is kind of what I'm thinking. But I am going to do some layered ones. So I will have some that are more complicated, I guess, if you will. Or even something like this, right? If I want to include bows and the things in there, you can do that. But they have to be flat, right? To fit in well. But I'll be right back. You guys, have so much stuff sitting out here now. Okay, let's put that to the side. So I have these guys I want to share too. So Fala, Joy, and Mary. I have like a little, again, these are just basic die cuts. Again, you need 5. So, I mean, that's already 4, you know. Ooh, this is so delicate. I don't know where my little clear bags are right now. So by tomorrow, I'll probably find them. To be honest, I haven't spent time looking for them, but this is holly jolly. Of course, I'll clear out those little areas. Have some little like gingerbread people. So let's put these guys all together. Again, that's more than 5 already. You know, it just depends what you want to do. And then I have these little trees. They're like buttons. I think they're so cute. I'll link that set too. These actually all came from the same set. On Amazon there. What I'm going to do is just go a little extra with these guys. So they look like buttons already. So what I'm going to do is just, do I have some glue or something? I might end up putting this on a little needle just to make it easier for me. But for right now, just to show you guys, I'm going to pop these guys through here. And then just make a little knot. So it's already done up for you. Oh, I'm getting tongue-tied because I can't even think. I was going to say, does everybody want to watch me push this through here? Probably not. Spend time doing something else. But that's kind of why I left it together. That way I can just cut off what I need to get rid of. And I'm just going to put a little knot on this. So, come on, come around. And a little tie is fine too, I suppose. But I'm just going to do a little knot so it doesn't come apart. And I'll do the same thing for all 3 of them. How cute. I'll probably trim that down a little bit more. But I'll do the same thing for all of them, okay? I'll be right back. Just clean that out. Like I said, I'll probably put these in a clear bag. I don't know. And then, of course, with other die cuts that I wanted to do. little gingerbreads, some bells. But again, that's already more than 5, so the whole thing was at least 5 die cuts. And that's what I'm trying to show you. They can be basic, they can be layered up, you know, whatever it is that you want to share. And I always fold this backwards. And if I keep them in here, I will also put like a little clippy or something cute on top. So again, some people like to do bag toppers, whatever it is you like. And wherever these fit, you know, do they fit in here? Do they fit in the back? I know I had said that your ornament has to go here. I suppose it can go in the back. It's just that it seems easier for something like an ornament to be here in the front. And then these things obviously are taller and all that. But it's whatever, again, is contained here. So I think the only last thing I have is the ornament and then like an extra something cute in here. Again, I'm going to do paper clips anyway, so clippies, dangle, you know, if you want to hang it off the side here, whatever it is that you want to add that's extra, a rosette like on a pick, which is always fun, whatever it is, just some extra adornment. And to be honest, I mean, it's just because it looks really cute, but I mean, I would, okay, so okay, so I hope you guys are having fun. I will see you in the next part, and that should be the wrap up. Okay, so thanks for watching, guys. Bye now.